Count your blessings every night. You learn these lessons, future's bright. Count your blessings, don't let it slip away now. Yeah, it's easy when you know how. Yeah. Count your blessings.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are decluttering more around the house, and I have my sister visiting again. I asked her to come back and help me because honestly it's been so nice going through our kitchen and going through my bathroom, and I did okay with by myself, but it was so much better when she was here. She just kind of made me be a little bit more harsh than I would have been by myself, and it was so good, and I felt like so much more peace in our kitchen. So today we are going to be going into our guest bedroom because that's where we have a ton of home decor and things like that. We're also going to be going through some of our Christmas bins because I decorated and I still have some left, so I want to go through some of that. And then I also want to go through some of the boys' rooms and some of their clothes and stuff like that. Anyway, we have a lot to get done. Hopefully we can be very productive and just declutter a ton. So let's get into it.
I wanna hear you say yeah, that you only want me.
All right, I know you're thinking why are we sitting here looking at your bed frame when we're about to be decluttering? But typically our guest bedroom where we're going to be decluttering is kind of like our drop zone. I know, I'm sure it is like that at a lot of people's homes, but the thrifted bed frame that we actually got for our recent room rescue makeover was sitting in there. So I needed to clear that out. And when I took it out of there, obviously I needed somewhere to put it. So we decided to go ahead and just change it out for our bed frame because I've been actually looking for a new bed frame for a long time. And we found this one for $125 on Facebook Marketplace. And I just think it's so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and change that out really quick. And I'm really curious to hear what you guys are thinking about this. I honestly just love it so much. I feel like it just kind of gives a softer, more elevated look to our bedroom. And actually it's making me rethink the paint color on our walls. I don't think I'm gonna repaint all of them because if you've been here for a while, you know I just repainted all of the bedroom walls white. I think it was Benjamin Moore White Dove to be exact. But I think I'm actually going to be painting at least the back wall, probably Urbane Bronze by Sherwin-Williams. I just love that color. I think it's so beautiful. We're going to be adding in some trim boxes to the back wall, and I think I want to paint it that dark color, especially because now we'll have this light headboard, and so I want to give kind of that contrast and really make this a focal area. But like I said, I cannot wait to hear what your thoughts are on the new bed frame.
You let me take the lead, hand over control. Yeah, let me teach you a lesson in letting go. Set you free, sweet release, you've never known. Tell me what you want, babe, tell me what you like. Let me be the one to ease your mind. I wanna hear your heartbeat all night. Let me hear your heartbeat. I can take you up, babe, never was tight. I'll be who you dreamed of all your life. I wanna hear your heartbeat all night. Let me hear your heartbeat. Let me hear heartbeat all night. Let me hear heartbeat.
All right, you guys have to let me know what you're thinking about the bed, if you love it, if you like our original bed. I know for me, we've slept in this bed now for a few nights, and I just love it so much. Before we get into the massive decluttering, which you guys, I got rid of so much and actually feels so good, I did want to say a huge thank you to Eufy for teaming up with me in today's video. Now, we have had our Eufy S1 Pro for several months, and it has been the most thorough robot vacuum that we've used. Now, over on the left side of the screen, I want to share all the amazing features that we love about it, but I want to talk super candidly about this amazing floor washing robot vacuum. So what I mean when I say it's thorough is it has next level mapping, so it always knows where it's at, and it always cleans the floor in the most effective ways without bouncing around aimlessly, which is amazing because then it's not taking extra time, it's just doing the job the right way first. And you can see right here, it does have a square shape, which is very unique, but it helps it to get right up in those edges and corners, and it also allows it to have a long mop to better clean any big messes. Another thing that we have loved is that it self-cleans the mop roller while it simultaneously cleans the floors, so you never see streaks across your floor, and that means it's never pushing around messes, but instead it cleans with an always clean mop head. We've also really loved how hands-off it is. We just fill up the clean water tank and empty the dirty water tank occasionally, and then even less often we will replace the dust bag, and that's it. Otherwise, Yuffie just cleans the floors on a daily schedule and we almost never have to think about it. And as a busy mom of 3, I just love and appreciate that so much. Now at the base station, you can see in the clean water tank, this is the ozone generator in action. So it's actually helping to improve the air quality in your home and protect against bacteria, which is just another reason that we love Yuffie so much. Now, another thing that I really appreciate is its high level of obstacle avoidance. We try our very best to keep the floors picked up, but we often have shoes or toys or various messes on the floor, and the Yuffie does a really great job at avoiding them, so it can just clean without delays and I don't have to worry about untangling clutter from it. And of course, it has great section over hard floors and carpets. It truly is the most incredible robot vacuum, and I know you guys are gonna love having its help in your home. And the best part of all of it is Yuffie gave me an incredible discount code of $500 off, you guys, so you have to check that out. I will have all of the information for that down in the description box, so you can go ahead and save some money and add this guy to your cleaning arsenal. It will be the MVP of your cleaning game. Okay, so this is our guest bedroom. Don't mind all these boxes. My uncle is just having them stored here for a little bit, but this is pretty much the area we're gonna be working on. This is where we store like home decor and things like that, just kind of everyday home decor, but it is so full and we don't use or need all of this. Sometimes I feel attached to it, so that's where my sister is gonna come help unattach me to some of this stuff. And then actually next week we are going to be giving this space like a little refresh, and we are even getting some doors put on. Hopefully the doors will get installed before the video so you guys can go ahead and see what they look like. But I'm so excited that finally after like 3 years of living here, we are getting some doors and we can take down the curtain that's been the makeshift door. Here we go. I'm not gonna touch my face though. She's allergic to cats and we have like a bunch of them. All right, table runners. If you don't do it like this, where you take pictures right away and like put it in an area, then it goes into a pile of like, oh, I'm going to sell this, and you don't do it.
I have a big pile in my garage right now. That's exactly in that category.
Exactly.
Well, what are you wanting these shelves to like be intended for? Like your home decor that you
I would
switch
say
to?
mine.
Yeah, and then room rescue be like the storage unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put this in a box that goes to the storage unit.
Okay.
For room rescue, if that makes sense. This is the room rescue box.
Like all the time.
Another runner.
Tease it out, figure out, hit rewind. You borderline. But that's all overrated. No need to calculate it. Yeah, let it go and get in the flow.
So this is one of the things that I have a hard time decluttering because, you know, this is like 20 pillow covers that over the years I've gotten, and it's like, oh, this says like $8 or, you know, $15 or something, and they don't take up a lot of space.
These haven't been opened.
No, those have not been opened. I didn't notice it because I got it and then it got buried in here.
And the things you spent money on like just sits there.
Yeah. Oh, there's more.
Okay.
So one thing that I really have had a hard time with is if it fits, you can keep it, right? Like that's been my theory for a while. And I try to still declutter things, but I have found personally that that theory is wrong. And when I really get in trouble with that is when I have multiples of the same item. So for example, back over in our kitchen, when we decluttered my kitchen, I had like probably 12 or 13 different wooden utensils, and I never ever used 12 or 13, but it was like they all technically fit. They were all the same thing. So it was like, why get rid of a bunch? But my sister kind of encouraged me to pick only a few. And so now I probably have like 5, maybe 6, and I have not missed the extras. And it actually looks so much more calming and peaceful over there. So I will just share my recommendation from experience with you. But if you have too many of something, it can be overwhelming, and it actually is a benefit to not keep all of the multiples. So do with that what you will, but that is one thing that I've kind of realized more recently. Another perfect example of this is I had all of this extra paint in my craft cabinet area just because it fit, but that's not really a good enough reason to keep it if I'm not using it, and I was not using a lot of this stuff. So out it goes. Okay, so yeah, this is where it's to me gonna get a little hard because this is like I regularly change out decor, and I do pull from a lot of this. Like some of this, like I'll find at Goodwill, which is another reason. Like,
Yeah. These don't belong in here. They belong
Right.
more in Christmas if you're to keep them. But you just kind of mentioned like waxy candles just get messy.
yeah, I feel like they're pretty, but
Yeah.
I just don't use it because I have a different one that I like.
Yeah. See them and find
Okay,
them.
I like this one a lot.
I like it. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
I got that thrifted. I love it.
Okay, this I would put with my fall stuff, but I got it thrifted. I don't have that here, but I put it over here. Okay, I love this.
I know
So-
you do.
Do you love it?
I do. It's really
do?
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like this has a lot of different
Yeah,
uses too,
and I really
that
like
it's
it.
worth saving.
Okay, so I always am changing out books.
Yeah.
So I would say for sure.
We've got to do another box run.
Yeah, we have 3 full boxes there. One's like piling over.
It is good. They're not all donation, so it's not
Yeah.
like we're getting rid of necessarily. We're just like putting them in their necessary spots. Like one's gonna go to room rescue. It'll be so much more functional. Like you have all room rescue in one spot, and then some is donate. Some is stuff that we feel like is too nice to donate, won't be useful here, but we want to see if we can sell them
Yeah.
or like give them to somebody that we know, you know, like that type
but
of
someone
thing.
that could use them.
Yeah.
This is what it's
Oh my gosh, there's more.
I know. And look at this. Obviously, we still have some more stuff, but like, look how much nicer. And it's
like-
actually inspiring. Like, oh, I want that piece. Which one
Shelves?
do you like, Charlotte? Do you like? Do you like this side
Or do you like this side?
or this side?
Your mom's side? Or this one?
Our plan of attack for all of the home decor was we were just pulling out one shelf at a time, and I was only keeping pieces that I truly was always gravitating towards, and then decluttering anything that I was always passing over. I know it can be hard to be real with yourself on this, but trust me, this was really hard for me to get rid of things, and in the end, I have felt so much more peace and so much more inspiration every time I come into these cabinets, so I guarantee it will be worth it if you're really honest with yourself.
Not everyone you have a healer. It's a modern century. There's no reason to believe in magic. Girl, go ahead and let it fall. There's nothing there for you. Nothing there at all.
Okay, in this drawer I have like different paints and stuff. Oh, Noah made this for Grandma. I'll clear this out and put this into the cabinets. Alright, I'm about to show you the before, and look at how packed full every single shelf was, and this is the after. It's not completely bare, but it's not stuffed, and instead you can just see each item. Nothing is stacked, everything is placed very beautifully, and it's actually inspiring to open a door and not overwhelming, which is such a relief. Now, don't get me wrong, I love decor, I love creating a warm, cozy space, but this just goes to show that too much of a good thing can absolutely be a bad thing. So declutter and give yourself the peace that you deserve. We went through all the cabinets. They look so much better. And then we actually filled up 3 boxes. This one right here is going to be kind of focused on like room rescue, like the really nice items. This is declutter and donate, and this is either declutter and maybe sell. And then these are, I'm going to post them on Facebook Marketplace. One room is down. Next, we're actually going to work on our Christmas decor and declutter whatever I like didn't use and maybe won't use next year. All right, moving on to the Christmas declutter. Again, it's kind of difficult to get rid of things, especially when it's like technically you can use them, technically they still work, but if you are constantly passing over items, those items deserve to be decluttered. They deserve to go to a home that's going to use them and utilize them and enjoy them versus just staying in your bins and your totes year after year. So that's what we did, is I just decluttered that, and then I actually pulled aside a few items that I'm planning to decorate my sister's house, one of my other sisters, and I'm going to be decorating her home for Christmas because she's actually finishing up with nursing school and she has been so busy. So I'm really excited to go down to her house and just decorate and kind of create the magic of Christmas for her. And I'm planning to take you guys with me, so stay tuned for that video. Okay, so this garland is the garland that we've used on our stairs for the ever since we moved into this house. But do you see the little like snow pieces? These little snow pieces on there just like fall off all year round, or like not all year round, all season long. So we cleared out one bin completely. We have this bin. This bin is like pretty empty. There's not too much in there. And then this has some garland that we're gonna use on the stairs, and then also the pieces that go on the Christmas tree. So that'll get used this year. Okay, so we're obviously in Liam's room. I want to at least go through Liam and Noah's room and give them a little head start, because a lot of times I will just include them in the entire process, but sometimes then I feel like it's not as effective. So I'm gonna actually try doing what I usually do with Kaya. Like I'll do this today, give them a head start, and then they will have say over things like what they keep, but I'll kind of encourage them. And that's what my sister is saying she does with her kids a lot, like your younger kids. So that's what we're gonna do today. It'll be good, especially in Liam's room, because he is like so sentimental about every little thing, which is so sweet, but it's hard when then he wants to keep everything. And then also like Luke will give him clothes that doesn't fit him anymore, and so like we just went through Liam's clothes and already they're like stacked, and I haven't bought him anything new. It'll be good. We'll kind of go through his closet a little bit and then also his clothing. Okay, well, something that I used to do for the kids when they were younger, and I felt like they cared a little bit less about clothes, is I would say 10 of each item, or like maybe 14. So like you could have 2 full weeks of clothing. That was kind of like my number. And so it was like we just narrowed it down to 10. And it was nice because they were constantly like rotating through their clothes versus how the shirts are right now, for example, where there's just too many to even see what you have. These ones I think we're gonna keep, and then these 3 I'll ask him about and see what he wants to do. But it closes so easy now. So this is like a little hat loop hanger, and it's actually really nice as long as your hats have the holes in them. You can just hang up a bunch, but we're gonna declutter some. So this I just wanted to mention because I think it's so fun, but Liam actually collects antiques, and those were all different antiques that he has actually found himself from thrifting at different thrift stores. So I'm actually planning on building a tall, really long shelf that he can go ahead and display all of his beautiful antiques and actually enjoy them. And it'll also be really nice because it'll clear out a lot of closet space, which he could definitely use a little bit more of. And with that, including all his clothes and all his extra things, I would say Liam's room was definitely a success. Now we'll head on into Noah's room. So Noah loves Hawaiian shirts. So we found some like at the thrift store. These hangers are really nice if you are dealing with like a shore, like a small closet area, because then you can still see everything, but just small space. All right, in just a second, we're gonna start going through all of Noah's toys. And I feel like the toys have been a little bit of a weird situation because Noah, for example, is our youngest. And when Luke was this old, he was really still into toys. But I think because Liam and Noah have an older brother, they tend to kind of go after the things that Luke is more into also. And they almost just grow up a little faster, which is definitely bittersweet to me. But with that being said, I really feel like they do not pull out these toys all the time. Like they pull out certain ones for sure, but a lot of them they just do not gravitate towards. So instead of asking them like, hey, do you want this? I'm pulling the things aside that I never see them using. And then I was able to ask them later on, like, do you feel comfortable getting rid of these? Yes or no? And the cool thing is like all the trains and the cars and the things that he just never played with anymore, we were actually able to give those to my sister's little boy who absolutely loves trains and cars. So it worked out so perfect. And Noah was so excited to pass those toys on to his little cousin.
Mary Poppins bag of toys.
It's like the cartoons are just like, yeah, pulling it out of your pockets. Leftover of our ring pop. Keep. Carry. It's out of here. Okay, this ring pop and all of the other random things that I found in the bins leads me to ask, what has been the most random item that you have found in your kids' rooms or even in your own spaces when you've been cleaning and decluttering? I'm really curious, so drop your answers down in the comments. Okay, so I think Noah's room is done. Just have to bring all the stuff that we're donating out. Alrighty, this is Noah's before. We literally could not even close his drawers. They were so stuffed full. And this is the after. Every drawer has just enough clothes and I'm feeling like we can finally breathe. Noah can finally breathe in here and I'm so grateful for that. It looks and feels like a breath of fresh air. And honestly, our whole entire home is feeling that way the more I go through it. Now, decluttering is not something you do once and you're done. Like I have decluttered so much over the years, but over time, I feel like you get a little bit more comfortable with less, which is so nice. And then you can feel even more comfortable next time you declutter to get rid of even more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and more. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we pulled all of this out of our closets and the crevices and the bedrooms and the dressers and all the places. And those places were stuffed to the brim with all of these things that we weren't using. And now we can breathe. Now our home can breathe and I'm really excited to continue this process, go into more areas. I think my closet and dressers might be next and I'm a little worried. I think my sister is definitely going to make a dent in that. I'm really excited for that. I don't know if that'll be before the end of the year or if it'll be in the new year, but either way, stay tuned because that is for sure coming. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And don't forget to check out the Eufy discount code. Like I said, you can save $500 on the most amazing floor washing robot vacuum ever. You guys are going to love it. So I'll have that information down below. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe down below. And if you didn't see our previous declutter video, I'm going to link that over here on the screen so you can go ahead and check it out and get even more decluttering motivation. That one was really fun. So definitely check that out and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.